This is the student model flute by Damian Thompson. It's a two-piece flute in Delrin. It is a Rudel style. He says it's pretty much the same design as his normal Rudel style instruments. It is just stripped down. So for example, it's just a two-piece flute. You don't have extra body joints, and you don't have a tuning slide, which you can see here. There's kind of an elongated tenon instead of a tuning slide. I have found that it gives more than enough play for tuning, and I tend to blow a little flat, and I've still got plenty of room to sharpen things as necessary. It's a kind of larger hold Rudel style. You can see there the fifth hole here is 10.5 millimeters, according to Damian. I asked him. I don't have calipers, good calipers myself to measure that, but I trust him on that one. So a decent size, but overall, really nicely made flute. You do have the option, so you see here, of getting these rings, silver rings. I sprung for that. It's a little more. You can also get it in just no rings. It's just like a sleek black plastic design. The rings don't do anything for sound. It's just for looks. I kind of like the looks, and so hence I got it that way. But certainly without them, it is a very good and affordable flute for anyone who is looking to start out. One of the big reasons why I got it is that he makes different bodies. So you just heard me playing the D body. He also makes an E flat and a C. I don't have the C. I didn't spring for that, but I run into E flat sessions a fair bit. And it is really nice to have an E flat flute around for that occasion. This just makes it a little easier to carry because you've got your D flute, you've got your head joint that can go for both, and then you've got your E flat body as well. Same head joint. They play fairly differently, not completely differently, obviously, because it's got the same head joint and the exact same design. Just this one is a little bit shorter, obviously, but it's funny. It sounds more different than I was expecting. I'll put it that way. And the E flat is a lot of fun to play. E flat flutes, have that little brighter sound and a little snappier. So I'll just play a little bit. That's the E flat. Little brighter sound. Both of them, I tried to pick the tunes that, you know, kind of show off the range. The tuning is very good. The low D is nice and strong. You can kind of honk it out. Hopefully you heard that. Excuse my flute playing. The C, natural cross-fingered, is good. I tend to go with a forked fingering just out of habit, but just the two finger works fine. And that's the same with the D body. Let me just get that here. Yeah, I tend to like the forked fingering, but, you know, each his own. That is the Delrin student model flute from Damian Thompson. Quick note about little things he sends little cork grease, which I thought was a nice touch. Also sends a pouch along, which is definitely not necessary. It's, you know, fairly easy to get a flute case. But it is nice to have this. It's very compact and sturdy. Feels like not quite tarp material, but something like that. So it's good to have. The one thing I'll say about this pouch, and I'm not looking a gift horse in the mouth or anything. I appreciate it, but it doesn't quite fit the long body sections. You can see what I mean here. They don't, this flap thing, which is the Velcro, is supposed to attach down there, flap over, doesn't. Not a huge deal, still fits quite nicely. It's got Velcro on the sides, you can kind of fold it together like this. And you know, this top, because it doesn't quite flap over, stays open, but what I did is I just bought a little bit extra Velcro at the Walmart, and there you go. This is really nice little package to throw in a bag. They're Delrin, so you can just you can just literally toss it in a suitcase and go, or toss it in a backpack and go. I like it for travel, for, you know, just getting on a plane and going somewhere. It's nice to have this around, especially because my wooden flute, the case that I have, is a little bulkier just because of the padding and you know, it's ever so slightly more fragile than the Delrin. Damian Thompson does, I think, a great job with those. It'll make a good beginner model. The stretch and the hole size doesn't feel too massive. Maybe if you've got a small fingers or small hand or something like that, you might. It's not that, certainly not the smallest holed flute out there. But for the cost and for what you get, I think it's a really, really nice flute. There you go, the student model flute by Damian Thompson.